Hi you guys. Um, I'm back. I have been gone for like a while because I've been busy working and going to school. I'm still in school. I got 2 years left. Two. But on the flip side of things, this is a video response to Faded video about Walmart. I work for Walmart, so yeah, some of the stuff you were saying was true. Um, Sometimes you'll come in the store and it'll be like a million people in there and we'll have like 1, 2 registers open. I'm a manager, so well, I'm a customer service manager. But but yeah, sometimes you'll come in there and we'll have 1 or 2 registers open, maybe 3 or 4. Um it's not our fault because customers always come up to us and like argue at us like, why you only got, 3 registers open, or all these registers you can't open anymore, or are you going to call some more people? Um, Thing is, home office only gives us but so many hours to give our associates up front. So if we only have like a certain amount of hours to give, then that's all we can use. Like, we can't call anybody in, we can't give anybody overtime, and if we give too many hours, we have to cut OT, which is overtime. So, if you ever go to Walmart, don't bite the salesman's head off because it's not her fault or his fault. It's not the assistant manager's fault either. It's whatever home office gives us is what we have to use, or it's up to the store manager whether or not they want to, flush out some of their money in order to let everybody else work. But yeah, it's a messed up world in Walmart sometimes, but it's just the way it is. And let me see. As far as what he said about as far as what you said about Walmart having people work overseas for less pay. That is true because I also read about it was an article saying something about low prices or something like that. Like, what are we really um risking with our low prices, and is it worth what we're paying for? Because it said what Walmart is doing is paying some of the manufacturers to move overseas so they can sell their stuff at a lower price in store. So part of what you're saying is true too, but they also do that too. They move the companies to different places overseas that can make it for cheaper so they can sell it for cheaper. The same thing just like dollar stores do, but I think dollar stores get theirs like liquidated from somewhere else. But yeah, Walmart does that too. So, they was like, well, the next time you see, what is it, low prices and stuff like that, yeah, next time you see that, know what you're really buying into. And basically when America was trying to come back in its economy for having stuff made in America, yeah, so it's like, as long as we want lower prices, sorry, but America would never be on that map of, made in America, because it's not going to happen. We're not going to work for less pay in order for things to be made in America. If it's made in America, it's going to be expensive because the workers are not going to work for nothing. Like, we have minimum wage for a reason, and that's not even enough. So, anyways, as for the managers, like assistants and stuff, I wouldn't say they're dumb. I would say they're just, a little inexperienced because a lot of them are like out of the military and they just come into the store. Some of them were military and went through manager school, and they just don't know certain things. They even have to ask us about certain things to learn. Some of us have been in retail for like 6 or 7 years, and we know more than the assistants know. They just know more stuff policy wise, and how the store runs, and the inventory, and the 960 and stuff like that. They just know more stuff like that, and some stuff like that they don't know. They even have to learn all that. But I wouldn't say they were dumb. I would say they were maybe a little bit inexperienced. And let me see. Um, far as the workers' attitudes, yeah, Walmart has a lot of people with bad attitudes. Because I've had, as a customer service manager, I've had people come in and like, express to me how this person was rude, how this person um, treated them badly, this person was racist, this, and this. Sometimes the workers didn't even do anything. Like, they were being actually nice, and the customer were having a bad day. But I think working there, you deal with so much. I don't think they really mean to have a bad attitude, but I think you work there so long, part of you just gets hard. But me, I'm more of an understanding person, so I try not to have an attitude at work. I'm most of the time cheerful unless somebody just made me mad at work that I had to work with or something like um like me as a customer service manager. There's certain people that are on the same level as me that I have to work with that have attitudes, and sometimes they make my job harder because there's a lot of times that I've been left up front by myself when I've got one or two other people working with me, but they just leave me up there to, do my job by myself. I can do it by myself because I've been a leader of everything since high school. I've been captain, basically, when you have to form a group in school, I always ran the group. You had the leader. They always report leader. I'm the oldest. I'm a single mom. You just have to be strong in leadership. But anyway, certain people aren't built for that. That's another thing. Walmart, they promote people that don't belong sometimes in manager positions, and it hurts the store because those people don't do their job. So yeah, that too. They promote people who don't do their job, and then when you talk to the people that are above you about it, it's like some of them listen and some of them will say, well, you're a manager, you're going to be by yourself, or, yeah, that's just something we all have to keep an eye on. And, they'll say, we're going to have a meeting, and sometimes it never happens. Sometimes you have meetings about the same exact thing, and nothing changes. Nothing changes. And they talk to these people about it. You might see a change for about a week or two, and then it goes right back to the same thing. And they keep those same people in the same position. And people like me that work hard and all the other stuff and try to get along with everybody, we end up quitting or moving on to a better job. And the stinky attitude, people that are stay the same and wonder why they're 30, going on 30, 35, and still at Walmart and nowhere else because of the way they are. So, yeah, Walmart is Walmart. It has the people that it has for a reason, and I just think it depends on the store and who's running it and what type of people. I think if they change their programs, I think they need to change their manager program for one reason, because I'm in medical administration. I'm going for health administration, my bachelor's, and one of the classes they give you teaches you how to run, how to be a leader, how to run. When you have to deliver bad news to employees, how you deliver it and how you say it, how you do it, how to mentor your people to be better. If they don't be better, how to get rid of them, you know, things to look for. And in Walmart, I just don't see any of these tools being enforced. I don't know what kind of manager program they have. Maybe the managers, when they get to the store, they forget. But I don't see like we have an SPH that the cashiers have to keep. I don't see any of the people that are on my level. I don't see them encouraging the cashiers. All I hear them say is things that kind of seem maybe snappy or attitude. Like when I tell my cashiers when they need to speed up, what I'm saying, because they have an SPH they have to keep, I always tell them, you're doing a good job, you're getting rid of your customers, but, in order to meet your performance level, you should do this, you should try this. I had to see them tell a cashier, you're the only one in red, and you need to speed up. Like, you don't deliver to your people like that or whatever, because, you know, and she knows, well, everybody knows that I'm nice. I'm hard when I have to be, but I'm firm without having an attitude. Because it's all how you talk to your people. Because if you talk to them wrong, nobody's going to want to work for you. And when you really need them, they're not going to want to have your back. And that's one of the reasons why when I run, it kind of goes smoothly. And people actually say, well, you know, you know, Lucretia, I'll stay, or I'll help you till so and so comes. But anyhow, yeah. So she came to me and she was like, well, you know, the one CSM, she said that I'm the only one in red. Is that true? And all the other stuff, you know, because I kind of felt some type of way to be singled out like that. And you know, if anybody who claimed they're college wise and that they took classes, they would never have said that. You know, I told her, you know, no, you're not. For one thing, I watched the reports. She wasn't the only one in red. She shouldn't have, singled her out like that. You never single your workers out. You never make them feel like they're not doing their best, and you never make them feel beneath you or whatever. So I just told her, no, you're not the only one. In fact, the person behind you is in the red too. If you want people to do better, you don't get an attitude with them. That's another thing about retail. The managers sometimes seem to get an attitude with you, and when their way of making you do better is pushing you down a little bit, but really that don't work. And the classes I took, that is not how you handle it at all. So what I do is I create a buffer, then I deliver the bad news, then I tell them how they can, you know what I'm saying, how they can improve themselves, and I show them and I give them tips, and it works. Like, you don't always have to be, you know, you know, how can I say, you don't always have to be itchy about it. You know, you don't always have to have an attitude to make your workers, you know, work hard or whatever. And another thing, you know, there's a lot of Walmart workers, they don't have much help. So, you know, next time you walk in, maybe somebody got an attitude or whatever. You never know what kind of day they were having. You never know how their manager just treated them. You never know what one of their coworkers might have said. You never know what kind of coworkers they got to work with that they constantly been trying to tell their manager about, that the manager just never just talked to them and did nothing about it. Because I got people now that are in the same position, still there, old, gray, still got attitude, still stinky, and the people still got to work with them. So, yeah, Walmart is Walmart, and it is the way it is because of the systems that they have, and I guess the training that they have. The training is mostly computer based, and the people they put in manager positions aren't always mentors. It's just the way it is, and that's why I'm in school and I'm getting my cash handling experience being, you know, a CSM. I'm getting my customer relation experience dealing with customers and their complaints. I'm getting that experience. Then I'm getting supervisory experience, being over people, being able to relate of how they feel, being able to stand up for my workers when customers, you know what I'm saying, go too far, all the other stuff. And, you know, as soon as I finish school and I find another job, I'm going. I loved Walmart at first when I started working for them, but then like, it just grew into a place that I just could not stand. I worked there because I like my job. I like customer service. I like dealing with people. I like to make people happy. That makes me happy. But when you have to work with people who do not pay attention, who do not manage, who hand you crappy shifts and all the other stuff, you just have to deal with all this stuff at one time, and they don't pay you enough to deal with it. But, you know, it's whatever. I'm not going to talk bad about Walmart because I work there. But, you know, it's not all blue clouds and white skies either. So, but yeah, that's my video response for Walmart. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.